Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Media. And today we have a lot of interesting news lined up. The very fact that Prabhas and the whole North South Indian film industry seems to be at loggerheads at each other, and Prabhas was called, he was mocked by the likes of Arshad Warsi, and also for the regarding the Ambani family, right? There is a lot of issues and trouble for the Ambanis. We'll be talking about that as well. So welcome each and everyone who's watching this live as well as watching this. When you have a free time, welcome Meera, and yeah, it is over to you.
Yeah. So we start with the tune tale for today. So if you can just show that, Jeff. Yeah. So if you look at this tune tale closely, you'll know what it signifies. So we're talking about a social media influencer who's trying to put in as many things as possible on her social media, and then you have someone telling a lot of people getting very agitated. Everybody from the police to the to the politicians to the court, all of them saying, please do not believe social media. It's all lies and things like that. And if it were not for social media, where would we be today? Everything about Sushant Singh Rajput, came because of social media. Because mainstream media does not say the truth. Mainstream media is doing what they do best, which is please their advertisers or their sponsors. When the moment social media entered the scene, especially YouTubers, and I'm not talking about all YouTubers, I'm talking about select YouTubers who have a conscience. They have started exposing the truth and have made that a point to expose everything that's going wrong, and within seconds of something that happens. Now, it's very easy for the politicians and the police and the courts and everybody to say that social media is BS. But such a gathering in India, because of the case that happened in Calcutta itself, shows the power of social media. And the very fact that Kapil Sibal is shouting his throat off at the courts itself shows that he is rattled by the social media. And rather than catching the culprits, the politicians are sending their police to catch all the social media people who are putting details or facts or even truth about the incident. If not for social media, none of you would have even known what was happening in the Calcutta doctor case. Now we have understood that it's not merely a gang rape and murder case. There is much more to this, and many top names are involved, just as in the SSR case. Top politicians' sons are also allegedly involved in this, is what is coming out, and they have left the country. So all this is coming out. There is apparently they also say there's an alleged organ trafficking, medicine reselling. So a lot of things, bodies are being brought in and sold. So a lot of things are being revealed in stages. And apparently even the killing of this little young girl, this beautiful young girl, was not for any lustful reason, but for revenge. And the fact that it is a lesson for other people, young men and women, not to expose anything. This is the message, and this message is being exposed by each and every honest social media through Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and other sources. So please do not mock these people who are exposing, because if it was not us, the people would not even know what is happening in India. Nobody knew about it before Sushant Singh Rajput's death. Yes, people had doubts that there's something very, very bad happening in the Bollywood scene, backstage and all about the cabal and everything. But we got to learn about it in detail because exposure started coming out in social media. And we know that there are people who are very grateful for this, and that is why they take the time. They're busy from their busy schedule to join us to learn the truth. So, when I hear things happening in, people being arrested, and even a very, eminent doctor being, arrested, being given a warning that he is going to be arrested by the Trinamool government, itself shows they're scared. So the truth rattles them. And where is the truth coming out? Only in social media. So you cannot say that it is BS because even if you question the person who's putting it, they are coming back with facts and figures. So now where will you hide? Like an ostrich, you'll have to hide your head somewhere. Right, Sybil? Kapil Sybil? And, I find it so, and now in the midst of all this, he's laughing also in the court and making fun at a very, very serious time when a woman has been killed. And one thing you must understand, when you see this man, you see the way he's so agitated and he's so nervous. He has a battery of people. Now, 21 lawyers have joined that team. And you will see the way he speaks. He's nervous. So every few minutes he says, maneke, maneke, which means, if you're talking in English, it means, meaning that. So that itself shows that he's nervous. I was just wondering, why is he, every second saying, maneke, maneke, So that itself shows that this man, with so much of experience, who's been handling all the cases, given by Congress and other opposition parties, is nervous to the core because the truth is going to come out and it's going to come like a slap on its face. Neither he nor Abhishek Singhvi or all this battery of 21 lawyers is going to be able to save the Trinamool government, is what I'm clearly saying. So this lady can go arrest each and every social media person and do whatever she feels, but that's not going to help her. The truth is out. And you better face the fact that, see, we are not getting any money for this. We are only educating the people. We are educating the people that, see, this is the truth. Please do not believe what they are showing. And I'm also, I would say that I'm also a little disappointed at the way things are going. Somewhere I feel the leaning is towards Trinamool. And when they say that doctors, please get back to work, I also feel that they are trying to diffuse this volatile situation, which means, again, this will just be another case that goes under the carpet. So is this what they are planning to do? Now, Madhukeshwar, as I told you, has exposed something very, very powerful, a lady doctor who has exposed exactly what has happened. That is what I read yesterday. All of you should go to her tweet and find out. Because Madhukeshwar, the journalist, very, very eminent journalist, who runs a magazine called Manushi, has had the courage to expose this. So please stand with people like her and tell the truth to everyone what's happening. Because when Sushant Singh Rajput died after 4.5 years, also, people have, nobody has even bothered to do anything, thinking that, see, it'll just go under the carpet. Right. And we kept saying that this is happening to more and more people and it will keep on building up. Now, this woman, the doctor, wanted to expose the wrongdoings happening in this hospital. And she was going to do it when she was punished. And punished in the most gruesome manner because she was going to expose what all was happening in the hospital with the connivance of the topmost people. Now, another thing that I want to say is the CBI is saying that, see, the evidence has been wiped out by the people who came, the goons who came, of course, who were politically driven. And here again, I want to ask. Now, this man has been arrested. The principal has been arrested. He is in your hands. What more proof do you want? Get this man to bark. At least you can do that, right? We know that after four odd years, you cannot still do anything in the Sushant Singh case, the Disha case. Okay. All these cases, even in the Jia Khan case, you could not do anything. But in this case, you have to do something. Otherwise, everybody will say that CBI is also useless, federal institute, so agency. So this is something that I'm really very, very upset about. And you'd see, I mean, this cartoon is actually telling you everything that's happening in West Bengal. How people are just turning a blind eye. And ultimately, the enemies are social media. It is not these people, the 4 or 5 people who have run out of the country, who have fled the country, wiped out all the traces of what happened. It is one single man who walked in at 4:30 into the hospital who is the culprit. And the way the news channels are saying that he was watching pornographic channels and he had a lot of pornographic material in his mobile, and that's how he did this. Wow. Even a KG child can come to that conclusion that one man did this all. So please save us all this, what you call crap. Everything is coming out faster than you can even imagine. Don't muddy your waters even more, Kapil, Sybil. You started with the pink revolution, where our sacred cows were, sold and butchered. Now you come and, stand for, a government that is standing, for the most heinous crime done to a woman. And you're laughing in court. I am only reminded of vultures, nothing more. These lawyers, this battery of lawyers, I see them merely as vultures who are pecking at the flesh of this young doctor. Had she been your daughter? Had she been your sister? Had she been your wife? Would you have been laughing like this in court? Or would you have just said, please go on, give us what CBI has said to the opposite lawyer? And who are you to bully another lawyer? Everybody is there with his own status there. And it is up to the Chief Justice to tell him to act humble, at least in court. So these are just my observations, friends. So I had to just get it off my chest because we've been having sleepless nights. So back to you. So perhaps we'll also take some comments coming in fast and furious. So what's so absurd is this Sybil was laughing in court. What is there to laugh? Is this a joke? Absolutely, Meera. It is so, terrible, humiliating. In this case, there will be some evidence, at least, unlike SSR. Yes, Vidya. I feel so proud of the citizens and continue putting pressure on the leaders. We need justice, says KS. Dhanashri. By the way, why Jaya Bachchan, the so-called feminist, is not questioning Mamta Didi? Why are you talking even about Jaya Baduri? What about the people who are there carrying Louis Vuitton bags in the TMC? Dhanashri. Women who are more closer to them. Mamta is trying her best to suppress the case, says Nina. Kapil Sibal also owns a beef. Yes, he started with the pink revolution. It was called the pink revolution. He was butchering cows and selling them. That was his job. Nothing more than a butcher. Now it is the butchering of a young girl in public and laughing at it. Dhanashri says, most shocking fact in this Badlapur rape case, school had no CCTV footage and school didn't even look after the complaint of the parents, school supporting the sweeper who raped the girl. This is very annoying. And Meera says, yes, but Meera was so right if it weren't for, okay, so let me just take Nina's comment before we take so let's take this comment. She's very insecure about all her dark, disgusting secrets coming out all she can do is suppress people from speaking out. The justice government should see through this easily. And we're not talking about one sort of incident like this. There have been so many incidents in Calcutta. Then she says, even there is a horrible case, yes, in Badlapur, 3-year-old raped. Oh, welcome, Vidya. Yes. Sybil's soul is dead. What is he fighting for? Meena says this Kolkata case is totally political. And Meera says, yes, ma'am, you're so right. If it weren't at such a grandeur political level, this would have been shoved under the rug like all the other cases. Hope this is the downfall of West Bengal's chief minister now. Yes, absolutely. Back to you, Jay.
Yeah, and the sad part is, the CBI gets permission for the lie detector test for the principal Sandeep Ghosh, and also, the polygraph test on him and the other doctors as well. So ultimately, if all the evidence is destroyed, by all these goons, then what more evidence is left for the CBI to come to a conclusion and submit it to the Supreme Court? So all these, concerns us, and in the coming days, since the whole media attention and whole is on this particular case, let us hope that justice is served. But then again, will there be some sort of scapegoat in this case that only this guy, raped this innocent girl, and because it's quite obvious that so many people were involved in this gang rape. And what about those people? Who are they? What are their names? Will this be revealed? Will this be found out? That is the big question, because with so much evidence, destroyed, we will have to see how this goes. And very importantly, the Supreme Court should mandate, timelines for, this case, because it should not keep on dragging like how the SSR cases and many other cases. There should be a particular deadline, given to the central agency as to on this particular date, at least you have got all the evidences, be it digital, be it other evidences. So this is how things should work. Otherwise, justice delayed is justice denied. So coming to the next piece of news, and apparently the Ambanis are in a bit of bother or in a bit of trouble, one should say. Number one is Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Retail. Now, apparently, Reliance Retail and UK-based footwear company Clarks have terminated their 2-year-old joint venture due to major differences over various terms of their ongoing partnership. India Retailing reported quoting people familiar with the development. However, there is no official confirmation yet. The joint venture Clarks Reliance Footwear operated 32 exclusive Clarks branded brick and mortar stores in India in various cities, including Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, Lucknow, and many other cities. Clarks is likely to shut down all the Indian stores as the UK footwear brand's exit strategy. Now, apparently, what is very interesting is his brother Anil Ambani is in a lot of trouble because India's market regulator SEBI, the Securities Exchange Board of India, has imposed a 5-year ban on Anil Ambani and 24 others, including top executives of Reliance Home Finance Limited (RHFL), from participating in the securities market. And the action follows a probe into RHFL, where funds were allegedly diverted through questionable loans, leading to significant losses and raising concerns among investors. In addition to the ban, SEBI has levied a 25 crore penalty on Ambani and barred him from holding any directorial or key managerial positions in listed companies or intermediaries registered with the regulator for 5 years. So apparently, this is not very good news for Anil Ambani, since SEBI has, imposed a 5-year ban on him and 24 others So apparently, these investors in his particular company, they'll be, very worried, I must say. So all in all, be it Anil Ambani or Mukesh Ambani, some things are not going well in this particular time. Yes. Welcome, Sukanya.
Now that Mani Ratnam's film Bombay has just completed 29 years, Manisha Koirala has now recalled a few events that happened to her when she was shooting for the film and how her legs were covered with leeches during the shooting of Kehna Hai Kya from Bombay. Tu Hi Re was also a very difficult song, is what she said. Now, she recalled that during this song, which was in the midst of enormous waves hitting the and crashing against the rocks. Now, when she made her debut in the Tamil film industry with the film Bombay, she spoke about how her eye had become swollen and during the shooting of Kehna Hai Kya, and she also said, "I do have this memory of Kehna Hai Kya. I think we shot it in Mysore or one of the areas we had gone. I remember I had a huge sty in my eye and I was thinking the shooting will get cancelled and all that. But no, I think Rajiv Menon was the director of photography at that time. And I explained to him I had a big sty in my eye. But he just asked me to put some makeup and said, don't worry, I'll look into it, I'll take care. Nobody noticed the sty in my eye. So I feel that when you're working with an entire team which is excellently churn out good things despite all the roadblocks. Now, Tu Hi Re is yet another Bobby tune that people liked very much. And Manisha talked about how challenging it was to record this song in a leech infested wilderness. She said there was one chunk, two places which were extremely difficult to shoot in. One was on the rocks, and the sea hits on those rocks, and big splashes come. That was pretty dangerous, but somehow we managed to shoot that, and we got it right, and everything was okay. The other place was, I don't think which area that was. I don't know which area that was. We were in the midst of a thick jungle, and it was full of leeches. So if you walk one step, also a little distance, leeches would be all over your leg. I had to wear a skirt, the blue skirt, and I had to run through the jungle. It was full of leeches. There was a lot of difficulty. But then you find a mechanism, you were told, you put salt. Someone said to wear boots. We figured how to navigate in a tough situation. Now, this movie, as you remember, chronicles the tale of an interfaith family living in Mumbai amid the riots. Now, A.R. Rahman, the music director, wrote the soundtrack for the movie, and its album was considered one of the most loved works of his. Meanwhile, also talking about Samantha, after the marriage of her husband, her remarriage of her husband, suddenly this lady, this actress, looks very, very anorexic. Now, everybody's asking what happened to her. Now, she left her fans concerned when she made a public appearance in Mumbai. In a video that surfaced on social media, the actress was seen posing for paparazzi as she arrived at the event. She sported a black outfit and left her dresses open and opted for minimal accessories. However, soon after the video was shared, fans rushed to the comment section sharing that what happened to her, looking so, changed. Her face, and nobody can recognize her. She's looking very thin and unrecognizable. So perhaps some people felt that she had fallen into the trap of surgeries and lost all her real innocence and her beauty. And earlier, you remember, she was a little bit more chubby and she looked more youthful. Now, one of the fans said that, see, she doesn't look happy, her smile is missing, and certainly there's something going seriously going wrong with her. So, this is something that people have noticed. Now, meanwhile, going to you remember the movie Animal? Now, Mahesh Bhatt, someone who's kept a hidden profile ever since Sushant Singh Rajput died, and he everybody was trashing him left and right. Now he speaks about his son-in-law Ranbir Kapoor's Animal being criticized. He says movie business has become a bloody sport, a blood sport. He said that Ranbir chose to be a performer and should be prepared for brickbats that come along with it. Ranbir Kapoor's star Animal drew a lot of criticism upon its release for its perceived misogyny and glorification of toxic masculinity. Now, directed by Sandeep Reddy, the film was one that many people seem to like, and of course, equal number of people hated it. Now, Mahesh Bhatt has opened up about criticism against Ranbir and has said that this is an occupational hazard for every actor. And talking to the media, he said, you can't have it both. You stand in the sun, you get sunburned. And he said that's also a part of entertainment. It's blood sport. You get into the arena that there will be people celebrating your falling down, and there'll be people celebrating your triumphing. So that's a part of it. He also said that's why the world has very few performers, and most of the people are spectators. The world ultimately belongs to creators, not to the ones who are just sitting out there and throwing brickbats at a good performer. It takes another kind of audacity to be a performer. Now, previously, Ranbir, in a chat with Nikhil Kamath on YouTube, spoke about animals' criticism. He said social media played havoc. They need something to talk about, so they really went down claiming it was a misogynistic film. That what happens is that hard work that you put in. I know the director had made Kabir Singh, which also faced the same thing. Hard work gets diminished because it gets this tag, which isn't true. The perception stayed with the film. In an earlier discussion with Anubhav Singh Basi on Netflix, Ranbir had asserted that animals started a healthy conversation about toxic masculinity. There's a very healthy conversation that has started about toxic masculinity also, which is a great thing because cinema, at least, it starts a conversation. If something is wrong, if you don't show that it is wrong, and unless conversation starts in society, we will never realize it. Now, this picture itself frightens me a lot, friends, because of what has happened to SSR and the kind of role Mahesh Bhatt has had in the life of SSR and how he used Riya Chakravarti for this. So we really do not know what is, Ranbir Kapoor's future with this whole man. And also the fact is that, see, when you see him with Alia Bhatt, you'll find out that he acts like a meek little lamb, who goes, follows, and does exactly what she wants. And the moment she gets annoyed or she asks him to change positions at a press conference, he does it in a very fearful manner. So that's what she has done. So perhaps in this relationship, she is the handler and he's just listening to her because of certain conditions, is what I came to understand. And people really do not care what Mahesh Bhatt or his brother or his nephew or the whole family says, because they have been proved, as to what they actually do through Sushant Singh's, complete talk. Welcome, Libretta,
Welcome, Libretta.
and welcome, Sunita. So let's just take a comment. Lots of love and blessings to you for still fighting for SSR and Disha. We will not stop. Yes, absolutely. Jairam says, we need a change in West Bengal. It should not become another Sandesh Khali. Yes, bring President's rule immediately. And welcome to you as well, Janita. Always happy to see you. And Savitri says, sometimes I feel Neeta's plastic or not real, because how come she's always picture perfect? So is Radhika. Shloka is little genuine, I feel, is what Savitri says. And Vidya says, all women MPs are shamelessly supporting Mamta. Absolutely. And this is the kind of Kali Yuga that we are living in, Vidya. So, if you are speaking the truth, you are an honest person, you stick to the rules, you are a patriot, you are a misfit. Because what has happened in Maharashtra, in the SSR case with regards to baby penguin, is the same thing that's happening in West Bengal. Certain politicians' sons are being protected in this case as well. And there is a business happening, and God alone knows if all this is being shown in the dark net as well. Yes, back to you, Jerry.
Yeah, so coming to Rajamouli and regarding the whole debate on North versus South Indian films, apparently Rajamouli has said that Prabhas is much better than Hrithik Roshan. That Hrithik Roshan is nothing compared to Prabhas. Telugu cinema has become far better than Bollywood, and now we are equal to English films. So apparently, it is quite evident that Rajamouli has admitted the fact that Bollywood is nothing, or even the so-called Khans or the so-called superstars of Bollywood is nothing compared to South Indian superstars. So from this itself, we can see that each and every day, one thing is becoming clear that no matter how much whitewashing is going on regarding the Khans, especially SRK Salman or Amir Khan, saying that their stardom is it's not yet over. You have Rajamouli who has come and he has admitted the fact that Telugu films is now equal to English films, apparently. So this is, what more do you need? Yes.
Yeah. Also, one point that I wanted to say, Jaidev, is that suddenly there seems to be an effort for some kind of public walk, or is it a good publicity exercise? Okay. So one comment I wanted to make was that I don't know whether you've noticed, friends, but suddenly there seems to be, Katrina Kaif's husband, Vicky Kaushal, and his whole family are now come into the front to say that Katrina Kaif is the best bahu, the best. She's so spiritual. She is everything that they would need in a wife. She is bahu material. She is sister-in-law material. So because some movie of Vicky Kaushal's brother has come out, and that's why now this boy has also started opening his mouth. So all the whole family is now standing like guards in front of Katrina Kaif and saying that she's a very Sati Savitri kind of person. Now I don't know why she needs these endorsements, because nobody is questioning her at the moment. We all feel that she's been maligned by her ex-boyfriends like Salman Khan and Ranbir Kapoor. So a little bit of pity is also on her side. But I don't know why the whole family has come now as a brigade to actually safeguard this lady when she is happily posing in all those advertisements where with Etihad Airways and getting her money and buying all those Louis Vuitton bags. So I don't know how Bollywood really works. Do you really need your husband and your complete in-laws to actually say that you're perfect or you're pure or you're Sati Savitri for you to say that your character is so good? If there is no doubt about your character, why do you need people to speak about it? It should show, on your face, isn't it? So there's some sort of hidden agenda in the in this Katrina Kaif case, with all the Kaushals coming out and talking about her. So we have one more comment. After SSR and Corona, Bollywood is done with, but these guys are unable to accept and digest. So another thing I also wanted to mention, friends, is that with the Hema case of sexual harassment and couch casting happening in the Kerala industry, in the film industry, a lot of fingers are being pointed at the top actors in Kerala, and these people are now getting very flustered because with one brush, all of them have been painted as wolves. You know, so this is a bigger harm that has been done by this, Pinrai government by keeping the names, by tearing off the pages which had the, names of the culprits, the men who were involved in these, scandals. So it's very obvious that even the innocent people who are not even involved in this are all being painted with the same brush and saying that, see, every actor in Kerala, is, lustful and after women and all that. So there's more harm done by the Hema Commission report than anything else, and that too after 7 years, when another generation of actors have also come in. So it is a real sad scenario that we are facing in Kerala as well. If you see Alia Bhatt, Katrina Kaif, Kareena Kapoor, and Sara seem to hog all the adverts, especially all the huge campaigns. Why is this so? Here also, Supriya, see, you should know that the advertising agencies are owned by companies like Cornerstone, who, the owner of who is Banti Sajde, who is related to Khans by marriage, and so you can see there is a control phenomenon happening, and that everybody in Bollywood controls everything else. So if even if you want, you can't come as a model in one of those ads because they have already promised their share to certain actors from whom they are getting favors and other benefits. So this is very clear, and we all know that is why we keep seeing people who can't even act for nuts like Alia Bhatt and all that coming, and and they, at least if you act in these ads, we would at least be a little forgiving. But even in that, you don't care two hoots. You just do it as though I'm just getting money. I'm doing it. Bye bye. So thank you, Priya, for that. And Hindu says all Bollywood gang sounds fake. So on that note, we end the session. Thank you. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.